Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Hopefully you are all doing well. Welcome if you are new to the channel. Glad to have you here. We are going to be doing a little bit of a special reading this week. We're going to be doing a pick 3. Yeah, I know you guys love that. So hey, that's what we're going to do it in honor of the love month, and this is actually the week of Valentine's Day. So for those of you who are not with the one that you love, the one that you are thinking of, the one that is on your mind. I'm just making sure that this is recording. Okay, good. So if you're not with that one, you know the one, you keep thinking about them. You can't get them out of your head. You can't get them out of your thoughts. You're just like, oh my gosh, no matter what I do, they're there. And here I am, alone on Valentine's Day. Are we going to reconcile? Are we going to get back together? Are we going to make this happen? Are we going to make this a go? Well, today, we're going to get you some answers for that. So you'll see we have 3 little Yorkie toys, because if there's anything we have a lot of in this household, it is Yorkie toys. So go on ahead and choose. Again, the question that we're going to be answering this week, and there is no time to this. So if you are a person and this pops up in your feed in May 2019 or July 2020, whenever this pops up and you listen to it, that is when you are meant to hear these messages, okay? So do keep that in mind. It does not have a specific timing for it. But those of you that are going to be listening to it this week, the week of love, Valentine's Day, go on ahead and think, what message is for you? Which message do your divine team, your angels, want you to have? Do they want you to pick the duck that has the kiss the cook apron, the purple Peep, or that brightly colored butterfly at the end? So go on ahead and pick which one is for you. And we are going to be answering the question today, do they want to reconcile with you? Now I'm going to move these up as we work our way through them. Okay, we are using a lot of cards. I'm not going to go over the cards that we are using. We will cover those in the little information box down below. So if you read that box, I will be listing all of the cards in there. Also, we are using one of my decks that is an adults only deck for love this month. It is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So if you have children, you'll want to go ahead and make sure they stop watching right now, okay? Because they do have explicit images on them. Okay, so are you ready? Those of you that picked the beautiful duck? Okay, let's go ahead and get started with you. So, do they want to reconcile with you? And in keeping with how the angels typically do, the last cards will be the angels' recommendations for you at this point. Now, I don't know, we're gonna have these overlap a little bit in hopes that you can see all of the cards. And if you give me a moment, I will pop up. For those of you that are going to be hanging in the whole time, if you would be a dear one of you or some multiples of you, and you could timestamp below. Okay, I think this is our cutoff point. Let's see here. Ooh, that is awesome. You can see them all. Okay, you guys are lucky. The next 2, I think they each have an extra card, so we're gonna have to work with theirs. But you are on point with the duck. Okay. So, do they want to reconcile? Do they want to get back with you? What is going on in their mind? We have this 9 of Pentacles. We have 35, first chakra, Archangel Michael. We have the Lover's card. In reverse, we have the It's Safe for You to Love. I am not going to flip that upright. It's going to mess up the whole thing. And I'm trying to get this done before we lose our daylight. At the bottom, it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we have this card Embrace, and it says, through each other you find the missing pieces. Now, what the angels recommend for you, those are those last 2 cards, and we will cover those when we get to your stuff. And if it's making noises, it's because I'm adjusting my mic, so bear with me one second. Okay, so they're working really hard. You see this well-deserved reward. I mean, he is standing on top of that. He's all proud of himself. Yeah, he's got his hips standing firm. He's got his arms on his hips like, yeah, I did this. I did this. I have reached the pinnacle. I am deserving of this. And then you've got this first chakra. So yes. So of course about satisfaction. This is about things falling into place. So he is, or she, whatever gender that person is, I'm going to stick with he because that's what I'm seeing. But do keep in mind, it's a general reading. This is for thousands of people. So if the person you were thinking about is a woman and you were guided to the duck as your messages, then that would be she for you. So feel free to swap it all accordingly. But he's very proud. He, she. They're very proud of where they have come, what they have accomplished. They've been working really hard to lay this foundation for this new beginning with you. In this deck, this card, the Lovers, it's about seduction. But they're wanting to, because you know the root chakra is all about those material things, material needs. So he, she, they have been working very hard to lay the foundation to come and to impress you. They are not yet to the point of sharing their feelings with you, letting you know these things, but they have come to the realization that you are the one for them. The pieces of the puzzle have come together. For some of you, there was another person, and they have come to realize the differences between the two of you. So, like you'll notice in this card, so she's clothed. She's got just a little bit of her chest peeking out, but she's got stockings on. She's only got a little bit of skin, whereas she's over here nude. Now she's got her arms all wrapped up over herself, protecting herself. So for some of you, not all of you, but for a large number of you, there is this third party he has not totally released yet, or she. They have not totally released this other person yet, because you notice he's looking at her, but he has come to the realization that she's the one who's been honest. She's been forthright. She shared how she felt for him. She never lied to him. She was someone he could trust. She's the one he did not choose in the past. That is you. You were not the chosen one in the past. So now you're protective. You're protecting your heart. You're protecting yourself because you're like, okay, last time I opened up to them, they chose someone else. They went into another direction. They went into a direction with someone else that's a false person. They're not an honest person. They're not a forthright person. Now they're all about seducing him, luring him into bed, luring him in their direction, but they're not giving all of themselves. They're not the right one. Their puzzle piece does not fit. And he's come to that realization. Now you see he's not been pierced with Cupid's arrow, but he's about to be pierced with Cupid's arrow. Cupid's about to hit him. So he's been, for a large number, he's been in this relationship with this person. He has come to the decision she's not it for him. Some of them have ended it. Others of them, they have not officially ended it yet. They are in the final days of doing that. They need the courage to do that. Some of them are getting a swift kick to the derriere by their divine team to do that because the time has come. They've made the choice. They have decided that they do want to move in your direction. They have decided that they do want to open their heart. They have not done that yet. They have not had that conversation with you yet because they're working hard to make you proud. Because when they come in, they want to come in like this guy. Like, baby, look what I did. I did this for us. I let go of this person. I've cleaned up my act. Some of them may have had a drinking problem. Guess what? I'm not drinking all the time. Guess what? I'm not attracted to these lower things. Guess what? I've gone through an awakening. Because you see, he's got this light glowing around him. He's got this light glowing around him. He's gone through an awakening. He's gone through tremendous healing. He's gone through all of these things in preparation, but now he wants to come in and fight for you. You see, this is a warrior, and he's got the sword. He also wants to share the truth. Now, notice his head is angled here. So when he comes in to share the truth, but the sword is in this angle. So for those of you that he has to share a secret about someone else, maybe it could have been maybe he was drinking or doing these other things. But to share the truth of that, he's not proud of that. He's ashamed of that. He knows that to still have that baggage, have that person, you won't allow him in. So when he comes in, he knows that it's cutting this person out. So he is, for a large number of them, they're saying actually this week. Yeah, they're saying this week they're going to finally end it for good. They haven't completely ended it for good. They haven't had that conversation with her or him, this person they've been in a relationship with. This is the week that they are going to have that relationship with them to finally cut them loose. They want to. They don't want to be with them. They're not happy with them. You see this guy, he looks just like, oh, shoot, how did I get here? Oh my God, why? Why did I do this? Oh, he regrets it. She's very luring, very much the temptress. Makes it very difficult. But see, he's even pulling his leg away from her. She's like leaning all on him, draping on him like an octopus. Let me wrap all around you. And he's lifting his leg up and kind of pulling away like, could you just stop touching me? Could you just go away? Could you just leave me alone? Meanwhile, he's got his divine team like, really, dude, if you don't totally go on ahead and put her in her own box and let her go, we're going to hit you with the arrow. We're going to send you in the direction you're meant to be, since you need just a little extra push. Hopefully they don't have to come in and give him that extra push, because as we've all discovered, when God wants you to do something, when the angels want you to do something and you keep delaying it, they will turn up the heat. And when they turn up the heat, it's usually not a comfortable thing. So for most of you, you don't have to worry about that. This week is the week he's going to finally separate himself completely from her. And then there's going to be a week or so of him finishing these accomplishments, these things to share with you in pride. He is very excited to share with you how far he has come, how much he has grown, or she. As soon as they they're saying as soon as they finish disentangling themselves completely from her, because, you know, she's trying to wrap limbs and he's trying to pull away. It's just a conversation that he has to have. And they are saying most it's going to happen this week, so that by the end of the month, within the month, they will be having their first conversation with you. But they are preparing. The big takeaway that they're saying is that they want you to know that, yes, they do want to reconcile with you. Yes, they have made the choice that you are the one for them. At this point, it's just them having these conversations. And you are going to be pleasantly surprised when they come in to share with you all these things that they have done. They have laid a solid foundation for things to fall into place with you. They're ready for things to fall into place with you. They realize you are that missing piece to their happiness, to the things that they desire. So they'll be making that happen. Now, in the meantime, let's see here. In the meantime, you are just supposed to be doing you. Because as far as what the angels are recommending for you, you have, let me get these shuffled real quick so you can hear me. You have ideas and inspiration, then you have higher consciousness. So the angels are recommending, and I don't know if you can see this. You see how she's like looking in his direction? And you got the same little angel over here like, yoo-hoo. Oh my gosh, my throat's scratching. He's going to talk to you soon. He has been a bit of a chicken, just a little scared. And they say chicken in a joking manner, like he's just been afraid to have that conversation. But you've got this angel saying, yoo-hoo, focus on what you're doing. You've got this ball, you've got this basket full of balls. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on your life. Don't worry about when he's going to be coming to talk to you. He is going to be coming to talk to you in the immediate future. But don't worry about anything. You do you. You focus you. Interesting thing is, you got this little Cupid here about to hit him with the arrow, sending him in your direction. You got this little Cupid telling you, you just focus on you. You look in this direction, then he'll be coming in this direction. Because you are the one who leads the way. You do you. And then he'll be coming in your direction. And don't worry about him. Just worry about the things you're doing. A lot of you are making big changes in your life at this time. And put your energy into that. That's the best thing to put your energy into. He's coming. He is. In the immediate future. You can trust that. You can bet on that. There's no question that he has made up his mind. This he does not want. He's just in the final days of having that conversation. It's all but over. He just has to have the courage to have that final conversation. That's all. And he's got a lot of divine help with that. A lot. So hopefully he will listen to that encouragement and make that happen this week. So he can move in your direction, which is what, in fact, he desires. But while he's taking care of that, you just do you. Focus on you. And they're saying, listen to that higher knowing, that intuition of yours. Because things are not what they seem. Okay. Boom. There we go. It's funny. I'm going to give you timing here in a second. That's what I just pulled. Things are not what they seem. So for some of you, maybe he's still got this woman is still his lover, his love bug, and maybe he's posting pictures of the two of them online and they're vacationing and frolicking and things look oh so happy, but it's fake. They're not happy. He's not happy. He just hasn't finalized the ending of it, the complete official breakup. That's all. So don't pay attention to what he's doing. Actually, some of you should go out and dance with someone else. Go out and have fun. Go out with your friends. But don't worry about what he's doing. Listen to your intuition, because your intuition's telling you things are not as they seem in this picture. You want to think that he's all about her, but you're not seeing he's actually pulling away from her. He's coming in your direction away from her. You just don't see that because he's not talking to you yet. And they keep saying the key word is yet. Some of you recently had an opportunity for him to do that. He didn't take that opportunity. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So fun, quick story. You have to listen to your intuition. So some of you may have even had an opportunity where there was a recent run-in. It was interesting. I saw my twin at a light a few weeks ago. And I was talking to a friend of mine this week who's also a psychic and intuitive. There's a couple friends that I have that when I have questions, they're the ones I talk to. And of course, I was asking her about something else totally unrelated to him. But what do my angels like to do? What's my divine team? Now, keep in mind, my divine team is Archangel Michael and Jesus. They're my primary two. Then Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Zadkiel, and Mother Mary. So I was talking to her about something totally unrelated. And pops my twin. So she starts talking about him. She's like, oh, so they want to talk about him. They're totally frustrated with him. He saw you recently. And he was a coward. He chickened out. He went in the opposite direction. But they had spent all this time perfectly aligning this run-in so that the two of you could talk, so he could finally speak to you. And I told her, I said, well, yeah, I know exactly what that was. And I was really irritated that day because I'm a person, I like to run my errands as swiftly and smoothly as possible. I will do the swiftest route and I will do as minimal stops as possible. But that day, my divine team kept sending me, like the main road that I live off of crosses a river and sends you to a different little town area. But I kept having to cross over that river to go to the mall. Then I had to come back and cross over. Then I had to go cross over again to go to this Hilliard area. Then I had to come back. And then I had to go that area again to go to this garden center. And by the time I had to go to the garden center, I was so irritated because I'm like, why, for the love of God, am I going in the same direction, wasting my time, spinning my wheels? I don't know what you all are up to up there, but you clearly have ADD with a touch of bipolarism. Could you just help me get this stuff done fast? You're wasting my time today. Really ready to get other things done. But no, they send me in that direction again. And I look over, and I'm never drawn to those vehicles. Honestly, I couldn't even remember whether his vehicle was silver, a dark gray. I don't know. But I'm drawn to this vehicle, and I notice this arm, and then I notice who the arm is attached to, and it's my twin as I'm turning left to go to the garden center. And I'm looking as non-fabulous as you can look. I've got sweats on, I've got a sweater on, I've got my hair in a ponytail, I've been running errands. I even think I had physical therapy that morning. But, oh no, not looking glamorous at all. Of all the times that I would ever want to bump into my twin, that was definitely not the day. But knew it was him. Go inside to get my plants, and the angels are telling me that they were not happy with him because he had contemplated coming in and talking to me, but he turned around and left. They said he chickened out. He went the other direction. And it was so funny because here she's telling me that same thing, which my intuition had already told me. My divine team had already told me that. And I told her, I said, oh yeah, I know exactly where he saw me. And I know exactly when it happened. She said, yeah, that's exactly when it happened. But they're really frustrated and irritated with him now. Really frustrated and irritated. So now he's going to wish when you start going on dates in the next couple of weeks that he would have taken that opportunity when he was presented it. Because God, the angels of this entire divine team are trying to make this happen. And he ran. And I'm like, clearly I keep scaring him. I mean, my hair wasn't that bad, right? I mean, I had a little eyeliner on, but clearly keep scaring that boy. But they said he's going to wish he would have taken the opportunity. Because when you begin dating in the next couple weeks, he's not going to be pleased that he didn't seize the opportunity. They keep trying to give him this opportunity with you. You divinely know that he's coming in your direction. You divinely know it's time. What you're seeing from him does not match his intentions. What you're seeing from him, for those of you that are seeing him with another woman, things are not as they appear. They're encouraging you to not be discouraged. Trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing, and just focus on you. Totally focus on you. Even if that focusing on you means if your divine team is guiding you, go out on a date with that guy. Go out on a date. Just because you're going on a date with someone doesn't mean you're going to marry him. Does mean you're going to go have some fun. Means you're going to relax. Means you're going to laugh. Laughter is healing. Laughter will help you raise your vibration and get out of this place where not many of you are in that place, but there are some of you that are just in a lower place. That's going to help bring you out of that. But trust your inner knowing. The two of you are so connected. And he's in sync with you just as much as you're in sync with him. So the day that you're having a funky, craptastic day, like I'm sure my twin was picking up on my frustration that day because I was not a happy camper. But just trust your inner knowing. You're connected. The two of you are totally woven together. You are. And just focus on you. Start throwing your balls up in the air. Start juggling. Start enjoying life. Start doing multiple activities. They're saying, allow that inner light of yours to shine again. It's time. It's time. Allow it to burst out. So I was shuffling the cards. I was asking, since she does want to reconcile with you, they do want to come back with you, when will that be? February, this month. Okay? He's coming back this month. She's coming back. He's coming back. So, for the kiss and the cook. Okay. Group B, the cute little Peep. Here we go. Let's see what you've got. Oh, we still got daylight. Okay. Actually, we're going to move these over here because I don't think you're going to have room. Because you have some extra cards. And this, there we go. Of course, picked some cover for the table that has glitter on it. So, of course, the cards are not moving very easily. Give me 1 second. I will make sure that did not bump the camera so that you guys can still see this. Outstanding. Okay, Peep folks. Peeps. Makes me think of Peeping Tom. Some of you are being watched by this person you're asking about. They're saints. So for some of you, they are Peeping Tom. They like to watch you online. They like to see what you're up to. They're very curious. You have sparked their interest. Okay, so do they want to reconcile with you? You have Master, Traditional Tarot. This would be the Devil card. Caring Connections, the Hierophant, Flirt. At the bottom it says extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then you have Only Time Will Tell. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all your heart truly desires. Now the angels have these 3 cards of recommendations for you. And we will cover those when we finish these. Okay. So this Devil card, this is, it's fear, negativity, doubt, worry. It's something that is blocking them. You see, he's got his heart in this cage. He's got his hands around it. He's looking down at it. There's this light starting to shine through it. So it's coming alive. It's starting to beat again. But he's fearful of allowing it to come out. He's fearful of opening his heart, truly letting someone in. They are currently blocked from opening their hearts and coming in your direction at this time. They don't yet have this unconditional love for themselves. They do feel a connection with you. They do think about you. But they're lacking the unconditional love for themselves. They're tied in knots. They're not sure what they want to do. They're indecisive. Many are not wanting to settle down at this point. Because you see this card, there's these 2 women. And then you've got this, lightheartedness, not something serious. They're not sure if they want to settle down. They're not sure if they want to commit to one person. They have not yet finished healing their hearts to coming to a state of loving themselves. It's when we come to a state of loving ourselves that we can truly open up to unconditionally loving someone else. That's when we can truly step into a divine relationship. It doesn't matter what that title is that you put on the divine relationship. It can be a soulmate, it can be a twin soul, it can be a twin flame. But you can't have that divine connection with someone until you're healed, until you're ready for that. Because until you're healed, you'll keep attracting people that are where you're at. They are not yet ready. They're working on it. At this point, they do not desire a reconciliation with you because they are working on healing their own hearts. In this deck, it's interesting, this Hierophant card, because it's about having support. It's, you know, we can only call upon, you know, that divine higher power to come in and assist us and help us once we've asked for protection, so we're not pulling anything of a lower vibration, but also once we know that we have the support, we have the things that we need. This is also reminding us that we have to be clear with our intentions, our desires, the things that we wish to manifest. So for some, they're totally indecisive. They don't know who they want. They don't even know if they want a commitment or if they want a committed relationship. It's really them coming to that decision, because you see, he's got these two ladies. They're laid in his lap. I mean, that would normally have a gentleman quite pleased, but he doesn't care. He's not interested. He's staring straight ahead. Not interested, not paying attention, totally zoning out. So they are going through some spiritual awakening, some spiritual growth right now, some spiritual development right now. They do feel that connection with you. But at this point, that is not their priority. It's not what they're thinking about right now. So they're saying at this point that they can't, right now at this point, this is not a yes. For some, it's not a firm no either. It's just a not yet. It's not time. He has to go through this cycle, this stuff. He or she has to go through this stuff first. Now, what the angels are recommending that you do in the meantime, you have manifestation, body movement, creative expression. Now, for some of you, this is someone that you're mirroring, because you don't really know what you want to manifest at this juncture either. So they're asking that you be very clear on what it is that you desire. Put your intentions out there. And you can put your intentions out there that I desire a relationship with so-and-so, or someone even better fit for me. Because okay, this may only be for one of you. So, client, good friend of mine. She's actually a twin flame. One of the first clients I was working with that was a twin flame. She was all excited about her twin. Well, she had gotten a state a couple of years ago where she was, you know, really ready to be in love. And she's like, you know what, I'm not waiting. I'm gonna start dating. She starts dating. She gets in this relationship with someone. This person moves in with her. And she would check in with me every so often and ask, you know, what's the status? What's going on with this person? No, the other one's still your twin. The other one's still your twin. That one is a strong soulmate, but they're not your twin. But she was very happy. Well, at some point, because of the role of what she and her twin would be doing together this lifetime, there was this like soul swap thing that happened. And I know it sounds totally sci-fi and out of there, right? But there was a soul swapping thing. So the person that was a strong soulmate that she had started to live with, started to move down a relationship with, that at some point will now be getting married to, did a soul swap with her twin flame. So she's now ultimately with her twin flame. So there's definitely one of you out there that's in that situation where you thought, okay, this is the one, but it's not happening, and you are kind of now thinking about someone else. Go where your heart's guiding you to go. Okay? Now, like I said, that may only be one of you, but there's a reason they wanted me to share that. Some of you are feeling not so good about this new relationship that you've moved into. And now for all of you, definitely focus on manifestation. Put your wish out there. Put your desires out there. List it. Put it down in a letter. You can put it in a journal. You can do a visualization board where you're taking little clippings and you're putting them together on a board, and then you're praying, you're asking, this is what I desire. Please bring me these things. It doesn't just have to be about love. It can be about a home that you desire moving into. Maybe you've got a dream boat that you want to get someday. Whatever it is that you desire, put it on that board. Put your wishes out to the universe. As I say, put them out to God. When you put things out to the universe, the reason I don't like universe, to me, it's always God. And he's very powerful regardless of religious background, irrelevant. He was here to help everyone, all of humanity. And the angels are here for everyone, every single person. The moment that you incarnate, you have a guardian angel attached to you, and they're with you until they help you cross over. They're here for everyone. They are here to help you with those things. The problem is a lot of people want to put it out to the universe. Here's the concern with putting things to the universe. The universe is everything. It's lower vibration, which a lot of people will call demonic. You've got reptilians, you've got these real low vibration, darker earth entities and beings. They're all part of the universe. Then you have the highest vibration, God, Jesus, the angels, and then you have everything in between. So if you're putting your wish out to just general the universe, you're likely going to have your wishes and things being answered by lower vibrational entities and beings. You don't want lower vibrational entities and beings coming in and latching on and bringing you heartache, conflict, and strife. So the best thing is to put it up to God, put it up to Source, put it up to the highest vibration. And then you don't have to worry about those problems. It's a protective thing. There's some of you that they are recommending just keep that in mind. Because when you do say universe, you open yourself up to everything that's out there. You don't want to open yourself up to everything that's out there. It causes problems. But be clear. Put your hopes out there, put your dreams out there, put your wishes out there. Be very clear, like you're ordering your lunch. Go into detail. I would like extra mayonnaise and no mustard, please. Put in there exactly what you want so they can bring it to you. And then focus on you. Focus on your movement forward. Some of you also, they're encouraging you to start an exercise regimen. 30 minutes a week. Can be doing something like 30 minutes of walking 3 times a week, 30 minutes on an elliptical 3 times a week. But that's something that is going to help you. A lot of you, it's going to help with your healing, your physical healing. It's also going to help with some of your emotional healing because you're going to have that free time for you to be thinking and releasing some emotions and stuff that have to be released. But get that movement going, get those things going. Also, creative expression. Focus on the things that you desire and the things that you want to create. So if you're wanting to start a new job, focus on that. Start putting your resume together. If there's a class that you need to take the class. Focus on creating the things that you desire, because what they're saying is you're going to notice that's going to start to transform all areas of your life as well as love. And for those of you who are in fact mirroring this person who, it's because, again, for some of you, they said it's not, no, it's just not right now. For some of you, this isn't going to work because they're going to bring you someone better. But for others of you, it's just not time at this point, and they cannot give you anything at this point. But when you look at it, some of you, that's because you're mirroring that person. Because once you are focused and very clear about what you desire, the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to bring about, and you're focusing on those things, that's going to help him, her focus on what it is that they desire, because they don't have clarity, just as you at this point do not have clarity. So by you becoming clear, you will find that that helps them become clear. Okay, now we're on to the last group. Oh my goodness, and look, you get a little bit of daylight. Hopefully we'll get this done quick so you can clearly see all these cards and then I can get some dinner. It's a win-win all around. Okay, hopefully you can see all of these. Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna pull these. I'll show you those at the end. Those are the recommendations that the angels have for you. You know, the angels, they don't ever like to do readings to just tell you yes, no. They're never going to do that. They're always going to give their recommendations. Do keep in mind, you have free will. What I have learned is when I take the angels' recommendations, life is easier for me. When I do not take the recommendations, well, things get a little bit bumpier, and then I usually wish I would have taken the recommendations. So you do have free will. You don't have to take the recommendations. They will always make them, though, in these readings. So just know that if you're new to my channel, every time you come here, the angels are going to give you some nuggets of advice. It's up to you whether or not you're going to listen to those nuggets of advice. But should you take their advice, you're going to find that it will help. They're saying for a large number, it's going to greatly help. Okay, so do they want to reconcile with you? That's the question of the hour. Come here, Miss Allie. Oh, we got a dog bumping the table. Okay. So You have confront, 18. Now, in traditional tarot, this would be the moon card. Then you have this 3 of Wands in reverse. You have victory. You have the King of Wands. You have attraction at the bottom. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And then you have reflection. Give each other some more space. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And then you have don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, so let's cut to the chase, butterfly. Butterfly group. Because I know that you want to know. Do they want to reconcile? Yes, they do want to reconcile. Unlike the first group, this person, they've made their choice. They have made their decision. They're just in the final days of bringing that decision to fruition. They've got some final steps that they're working on this month, but they're about to do those things. This person, they, however, they are in the, come on, Lexi. They are, hold on one second. My one dog, Lexi, she likes to join your readings. They both do. And she will sit at my feet and scratch me until I pick her up. Okay. Apologies for the delay. Yorkie elevator. Okay. So unlike this group, they've made the decision. They know they want to move forward. They're just doing their final steps. This group, they are in the process of making that decision at this time to reconcile with you. Right now, you've got this confront card. You see you've got this guy, and he's facing his shadow. He's facing his fears. It is about fear, clarity, contemplation, questioning, considering things, contemplating things. They are facing their shadow at this point. Their fears. They are very fearful. In the past, they have been in relationships where they have been guilted to be in the relationship, and or they have been guilted to stay in the relationship, hence this card. They have done things in the past that they didn't want to do. They felt that they had no other choice. They didn't want to hurt the person. They didn't want to make the person feel bad. So they are seeing the truth of that now, because the moon's also about, clarity, seeing things. So they are releasing those illusions, those false things. So maybe for some, they were in a relationship because they thought it was one way, and now they are seeing the truth of the situation. They're now seeing it's really dark, because you see he's standing here and things are light and cloudy, and so for some, they're seeing that it's totally opposite of what they thought it was. For others, they're seeing that the situation that they're currently in, the relationship that they're in. So for some, they're still in a relationship. For others, they just recently got out of a relationship. But that's because they came to this realization, because this victory card, this is about that, yes, it's victory, success, but the bigger meaning of this card is also victory and success, because we are doing that inner reflection, that inner healing work. We're going inside. So they have been going inside, and they are still in the process of going inside to do that inner healing. They're looking at things and really facing the truth and seeing what doesn't work for them. Okay, this relationship does not work for me. It doesn't. Now this other person, I feel drawn to them. I feel attracted to them. I feel like I want to move in their direction. They are reflecting on that right now. At this point, you are being encouraged to have patience while they work through this. Now they might be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but this card is all about embracing closely, a close embrace. You see the two of these? They're a couple. They're both wearing a golden cape. Now, the interesting thing is, twin flames, they have colors. If you don't know, twin flames, they have a color of blue, a deep blue, like an Archangel Michael blue, and gold. It was funny, my aunt went to, she was making me a number of years ago, she started making me a wedding quilt. And she said she had started to make it, and she was making it with pink. And she said, but she was divinely guided that wasn't it. That wasn't the right color. And she said, so I went to the store, and you know, I was buying new material, and I was just guided to get these other colors. And I don't think your house has these colors at all, because it's not, because I'm an OSU fan. For any of you that are familiar with U.S. football, college football, you'll hear about OSU fans that are just totally crazy OSU fans. And our rival is Michigan. Michigan's colors are blue and gold. I would never put Michigan colors in my house, nor would I put OSU colors, but that's definitely not any colors in my house. But she told me, she said, I was drawn to get these other colors, but I was hesitant to do it because I don't think your house has these colors at all. And I don't know, but I was felt to get them. And I said, was it blue and gold? And she said, how did you know that? And I said, I know. I had a feeling. So this is a wedding quilt she's preparing to give to me some point down the road when I get married. And it is made with the colors of twin flames, the masculine and the feminine. One's blue, one's gold, and then they twine together. Their energies entwine together. This is a couple. They are wearing their gold, I want to say their golden capes. They're like Superwoman and Superman. They're like the alpha. They're the power couple. They are meant to be. He, she, they do desire you. They do want to be with you. They do want to embrace you. They also saying commit. Oh, because this card's also about commitment being important to you. They do want to commit to you. They want to come in your direction. This is also about the two of them having that willpower and that determination, because again, they're both powerhouses individually, and they're definitely powerhouse together. But both of them having that willpower and that determination to offer themselves to each other. You see, one's not partially hugging and the other one's not so much hugging. They're not off balance. They are both all in this hug. They're both pulling each other close. You want them as much as they want you. You want to be with them and commit to them just as much as they want to be with you and commit to you. It will be coming soon. It's just not going to be this month. Could be 3-4 months, they're saying, because this person that you're thinking about, they are concluding their healing, their work that they're going through, that inner work that they're having to do. And for some of them, it does also require some outer work, because this Take the Lead card, they're not stepping out of their comfort zone. So for some of them, they have to let someone else loose. They have to cut someone free. They haven't done that yet. They're going to have to do that. For some of them, they just haven't taken that step in your direction yet because they're finalizing their healing. They're having this inner moment. For some that they just ended a relationship, they're just having a little bit of time to get everything prepared to come in your direction. But look at this. They want to come in your direction. They will be coming in your direction. They just aren't yet. Not yet. But they are drawn to you. They're saying they are in their final state, their final stages of transforming into the butterfly. You just need to have the patience while they get there. Now, what they're encouraging you to do is you have these two cards. You have blessings. We're going to move these. We're going to put reflection there. And, oh my goodness. So I decided to give you some pretty magical glittery table coverings today, but everything is sticking. Okay. So you got them reflecting. They're overcoming their fears. They've got a lot of fears, but they're getting over it. They're going to get over it. Meanwhile, here's what you're being encouraged to do. You have blessings and follow your dreams. So you see in this card, this blessings card, you see how this angel, she's sprinkling all these flowers all over this city. Many of you are being encouraged to focus on service. You do service work. It could be maybe you do spiritual work. Maybe you do community service. But they're encouraging you to do service work, service before self-work. Do things to help others. That's going to keep you from thinking about them and worrying about what they're doing. But that's going to, by you blessing others, that's going to bring more blessings into your life. Also, energetically, it's going to clear up a little bit of blocks and delays with them coming in your direction because you're not going to be so focused on them. And they're saying for some of you, you are doing everything you can to not have to think about them. You're highly independent, but you can't not think about them. And it's almost like things are on hold then in your life. Things have had this like temporary pause. Some of you could be facing depression. This temporary pause, because they're not coming, but you're not moving forward with other things, and just move forward with other things. Start doing your service work, start helping others. For those of you that's a community service thing, go get involved in a community service activity. Focus on those things, do that. That will get things moving. They're also encouraging you to pay attention to your dreams. So in dream state, oftentimes what we will do is it's what's called astral travel. Our souls will actually leave our bodies, and they'll go mingle with other souls. They'll go to other planes and do things and such. Oftentimes when you remember a dream vividly when you wake up, it's either a premonition, but more times than that, it's actually astral travel. You astral traveled somewhere. A lot of you are actually astral traveling with this person. So this, for a number of you, could be your twin flame. Twin soul, you are astral traveling with that person. So pay attention to your dreams, because they are coming into your dreams to give you some messages. That is very common with twins. My twin actually had not been in my dreams for months. It's been a very long time. Recently, within the past month, he started appearing in my dreams again, which had not happened in a very long time. A lot of you, your twin is just starting to come back into your dreams. They're coming back in with messages. That's because they are preparing you to come into your direction. They're preparing you, because for some of you, the reason the astral travel is also happening at night is for you to give them the green light. It's okay for you to come in my direction. It's not for you to go in their direction. So for most of you, you are the divine feminine, they're the divine masculine. You don't go in the divine masculine's direction. It's an energetic thing. The divine masculine is the one who has to take the lead, who has to grab the bull by the horns, and they have to come in your direction. The only time that you would reach out to them is if, say, you were the person and you told them, I don't ever want to talk to you again. I don't want to ever have contact with you again. The only thing that you would need to do is to reach out to them at some point, just to let them know that, yes, those communication channels are open. You would be open to talking to them. Not for you to try and win them, not for you to schedule a date, not to do any of that, but just to let them know that, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I would never want to talk to you again. I hope that we can be friends. I hope you're doing well. Because what that does is that lets them know, okay, you can move in my direction. So then they can come in your direction. But for everyone else, if they ghosted you, they disappeared, they cut off the connection, they unfriended you, as long as you were not the one that told them, do not ever contact me, do not ever talk to me again, you just wait for them. You just have to be patient, wait for them. But for most of you, either way it is, they are coming to you in your dreams. They have reappeared in your dreams. It's because it's almost time physically for them to recontact you, to reconcile and permanently reconcile, because again, this is about commitment. This is like, we are finally now coming together as a couple. We may have been testing the waters before, particularly for twin flames. You have to test those waters, and you go in your separate corners to do your healing work, and then you both come back fully in your power individually, and you step into being this power couple that you are. So when they come back, it's for good this time. And they will. But they're coming to you in your dreams to start that connection on that plane before they come into the physical plane. It's kind of like, astral travel. It's not just a dream. It's your soul actually intermingling and talking with their soul. They're letting you know, I'm coming back. I'm on my way. Hang out. For some of you, you see this blue heron down here at the bottom? Blue herons, they're very, very self-reliant, very determined, very strong-willed. Like, they can stand on their own. They don't need anyone else's help. They're allowing you to soften. When we are in a dream time state, you've got all these little angels around protecting her. He wants to be your protector. He wants to help. He wants to contribute. He or she. Again, this is a general reading. You may not be divine feminine. That might be the other way around. Feel free to swap it. But they want to, but for 99% or what, you are the divine feminine. They want to come back. They want to fill that divine masculine role. Because again, they're a king. A king. Masculine, they want to protect their feminine. They want to help their feminine. You have had to do a lot of things on your own up to this point. You have. You've had to be self-reliant. You've had to be strong. You've had to have your head way out there to be looking at things on the horizon, because you didn't have anyone covering your back. You haven't had any help. You haven't had a partner. And even when you haven't been in relationships with someone, they weren't your equal. They weren't your partner. You still didn't feel like they had your back. You felt like you had their back. When they come in, allow them to help you. Allow yourself to soften. You don't have to handle everything. They don't want you to handle everything. They want you to allow them to help you. You don't have to do it all on your own anymore. Let them help you. Throttle back a little bit. Allow that feminine side to come out. Because the feminine is the soft, the receptive. Letting him be strong, letting him help, letting him be the king. Like, no one's going to step and do something wrong with the kings in the presence, in your presence. Let him be the king. Let him protect you. Because when he comes in, you see this blue heron is jutting off to the future on its own. He's coming in so you don't have to be the blue heron anymore. You don't have to be blue. Those of you that were depressed, that are having this list, like stuck in the middle of nowhere, you don't have to be in that state anymore. But for most of you, you don't have to be this strong, I've got it all, I can handle the home, I can handle the job, I can handle kids, I can do this all on my own. You don't have to do it all on your own. But you have to allow that space for him to come in and share that workload with you. Because energetically, if you are stuck in this state of, I don't need anyone, I got this, I'm a freaking queen, look at me, I got a cape, I'm Wonder Woman, baby. Psh, I don't need anybody. I don't want anyone. Well, that's just putting up blocks. Then that's going to take him from coming back to you in April, May, June to, August, September, November. They're encouraging you to drop that barrier, drop that block. You are Wonder Woman. You're amazing. But allow yourself to be open to having the help, having a partner, not having to do it all on your own. Because once you allow that space, he'll come in. It's an energetic thing. Obviously, you're going to have to continue to do things till he shows up. But energetically, don't be thinking, I don't need anyone. I got this on my own. Be thinking, it'd be really nice to have some help. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels, for helping me be able to do this. But I would really like my partner to come in so I can share some of this work, share some of the load. Because, boy, my shoulders are heavy. It's worse than bra straps trying to hold up double D's. I'm just worn down. My shoulders are weighed down. I need some help. I need some help taking the weight up off my shoulders. He wants to do that. Allow him to do that. And then just pay attention to your dreams, because he's coming in. He's going ahead and greasing the skids, getting ready. So, letting you know he's on his way. Now, let's get you a timing real quick. Give me 1 second. When are they coming? When will you be reconciling? When will you be reconciling? Reuniting for good. When is that? Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be this spring in May. Okay, so May. May is it. So very, very close, very soon. Now for some of you, they are saying for you, some of you, I just heard some of you like, oh my gosh, what, May? It may be sooner than that. It may be sooner. So for those of you that, maybe you're that group that, Wonder Woman, don't need anyone. Well, maybe you clear that block up of, oh, I really do need him. I do need him. And maybe astral traveling, when the two of you are meeting up in your dreams. Maybe when you let him know, I need you. I really can't wait till you're here. Maybe then he'll be in earlier than May. Maybe he'll be in at the end of February. Maybe he'll be in March, or she. So that's not hard. They're saying for some of you, if you're doing these things, you may find that it happens earlier, sooner than that, okay? So I do, and also keep in mind, any of you that, this pops up, maybe you're watching it in September, just pay attention. So if you're listening to it in September, this is saying that person will be in about 3-4 months from when you're listening to this, because again, there's no set time on this reading, these messages, okay? So you will hear them whenever your team has divinely guided you to hear them, okay? So I wish you all a lot of love, joy, and blessings, and happy Valentine's Day.